thought there was no way that Cooper Rush could win this game. I think Will Grier, their third-string quarterback, is better than Cooper Rush. Right. But they have loved Cooper Rush from the start, although they did cut him.
Right.
And Jason Garrett loved him so much he brought him to New York, but then he cut him and he came back to Dallas.
Right.
But he's grown up in the system. He goes every day running the scout team against this defense, which is getting better and better. And he made enough plays to get them home.
But, Skip, you got to get now. The fumble wasn't his fault. That was Pollard. They got that picked up. Pollard stepped up too far inside, and he left the guy get a running start. He lucky his quarterback was able to continue because he hit him flush.
Okay, so he had two big turnovers.
Yes.
The first one came when he threw, let's see the pick that he threw.
That was a bad read, Skip.
It was just horrible. And I thought, this is how you lose big games on the road. So that's the first one. And guess what happened after that? My defense rose up and said no, because that's usually where you crumble and you say, well, it's not meant to be. And what had just happened before that? They had missed a 43-yard field goal. Zerline had missed it badly. Yeah. Okay, so now two bad things have happened, and the defense rose up twice and said no. And now let's see the sack fumble. And this is where the defense rose up again. Here's the sack fumble. That was just, boy, he got shellacked.
Yes.
And I thought, okay, that's it. The dam just broke. Here we go. Yep, he got ripped. Tony Pollard stepped up and didn't even see.
But Skip, that's the thing.
Blitz.
That's his guy. It's what we call it. You got to scan. Okay, you know, inside to outside. Why would you step up that far when the guy...
Zeke would have picked that one up. Of course. And he would have nailed it.
But, Skip, that's where you have to have peripheral. You're looking inside, but you see this guy, and if he comes, I got him.
Okay, and then what happened? My defense rose up again and shut down Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you win games. That's ultimately how you win championships. Do you remember last year, my defense was historically bad.
Yes.
It couldn't stop the run. It really couldn't stop anything.
Oh, they definitely would have gave up touchdowns on that interception.
And usually it's demoralizing when you go missed field goals, interception, sack fumble. You get demoralized. We got to go back out there again. We got to try to stop him again. But they stopped him again. And guess who was the breakout star once again of the night game? It was the guy you saw coming before I did. It was Micah Parsons.
He was all over the field.
He was all over the field. It's 11 from heaven. Number 11 had, guess what? Fittingly, 11 tackles, which led all defenders. 11 tackles?
Yes.
So our friend Wayne sent me a picture of a jersey that Micah signed for him. He's become the biggest Micah fan. Sent it to him.
I know Weeze ain't no Cowboy fan now.
You know what? He's admitted to me, he calls them the Cowgirls. Forgive us for that. It's not politically very correct, but it's Wayne. He's done this for years and years. They're the Cowgirls. But he admits to me, he has been completely won over by Micah. I told you on his birthday trip where he went all around the country seeing big games, he went out of his way to go to Dallas versus Philadelphia just to see if Micah was for real. And he got him to send him a signed jersey. And he signed it with a hashtag Stix City, Stix, S-T-I-X, because it's 1-1. Remember, our man LeVar Arrington wore 1-1 at Penn State. Okay, so he's 11, Stick City. So now his new hashtag is hashtag Stick City. And he was sticking people all over the field.
He was.
And I have doubted using him as some kind of roving monster linebacker, but he is a monster. And last night it actually worked because he was literally all over the field.
Skip, you have to keep him on the field. Now, you have to realize your best pass rushers, hopefully when he comes back and he's able to get some kind of is D-Law and Randy Gregory. Well, Skip, in a pass rush third down situation, I can't take those guys off the field. So what I have to do is find a way to keep Micah Parsons on the field. So I'll just let him roll. Hey, I line him up over the guard. Hey, do whatever, but I just need you to get to places. And that's what they did last night. They lined him up in a conventional linebacker stance and just let him track all over the field. He has that kind of ability. He has that kind of uniqueness where he can play a hybrid, a lot of different positions, and be good at a lot of them.
And he has that kind of nose for football. He just smells it, sees it, chases it. He's always in the middle of where the football is.
But Skip, I was concerned that Minnesota was wasting these opportunities because I was like, the Cowboys defense has been really good on third down. And you look at it, Skip, that's an opportunity because now you're getting 4 cracks and they kept going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. I'm like, you know what? You can't keep squandering these opportunities. And at the half, You like a game that Minnesota should have been dominating, should have been up at least a touchdown, maybe two.
I agree.
And I think they were tied, weren't they?
No, it's 10-3.
10-3. But Dallas had to feel good. Like, we hadn't even played anywhere close to our best football.
Okay, and then what happened coming right out of the half? Cedric Wilson happened. He is a playmaker. And again, Kellen Moore called another brilliant game to me, but they said they had worked on this play all week. And Cooper Rush said, as soon as I saw the defense, I knew we had this if I could make the throw.
Right.
And if we could see, this goes 73 yards to Cedric Wilson, and he split it, and he got it home. And he can run after catch now, because that was some sweet moves, because he outmaneuvered all three of them just by weaving.
Yep, caught him in the perfect defense.
Yep.
Safety split early and off to the races.
And Cooper Rush didn't miss the throw.
No, that's the thing, Skip. You can't miss it, because you got a layup.
You got a layup.
Don't blow it.
I didn't know if you had a touchdown layup. I thought you might have a 50-yard layup, but I didn't know you had a 73-yard touchdown layup. And all of a sudden, it's a football game, because now it's 10-10. So then they trade field goals back and forth. And then let's go to the first big Amari play. This is with 2:46 left in the game. This is lucky. It's the play that you talked about, because this ball to Amari is not a great idea, because it's pretty covered.
Right.
It is highly interceptable.
Yeah.
It is a bad idea play. It is what Pro Football Focus calls a turnover-worthy play. And yet the ball tips up in the air, and Amari stuck with it and stayed with it and took it to the ground as a catch. And I was shocked by it, because when things are going right, they're going right. And things have been going right for for 7 straight games, because they almost beat Brady at Brady. And that's one of those plays where I sat back and I said, you know what? This just might be the year.
Okay. You definitely knew it was your day.
It was a day for sure. And then Amari comes right back on the next play, if we could see this, and he catches an out for 18 yards. And this is the play. He pulled his hamstring on. I don't know what happened. Little quick out. He turns it up, and he does a little juke, and something felt a little shaky. And he's over on the sideline, and he's using a Theragun. Then he used a tennis ball to roll it. And he's trying to stretch it out. And all of a sudden, I'm thinking, well, he's done. So, and Gallup's not back yet. And so I thought,
they're not rushing Gallup back. You see Wilson, you see Noah Brown, you see them making play. Skip. But Amari looked out on the field like, oh, man, they got that's a practice squad guy. Man, let me go ahead and get this money.
Okay. So now we get to another meant-to-be play. This one happened at the right after the 2-minute warning, to Noah Brown, who's like the fourth receiver. Pretty good. Out of Ohio State. I thought the game ended right here, because I thought Noah caught this, and I thought he got stripped. And I thought, that's it, the game is over. But they got Harrison Smith for illegal hands to the face, and it negated the play. Well, that's it. That's going to be ball game. But he grabbed Blake Jarwin's face mask just briefly, enough that they caught it, they flagged it, and it saved the day, because I think Noah caught it and ran with it. It was a fumble. Okay, so meant to be, needs some breaks. Well, it always happens.
In a game like that, Skip, look, you need some good things to happen in your favor. It happened, the fumble, the ball hit the DB in the chest. It pops up out of his chest. He bobbles it, throws it up in the air. Amari catches it and runs for another 10 yards. That could have possibly ended the game there.
Okay, so let me sum up all the things that were going wrong. Obviously, Cooper Rush had 2 turnovers. How many times do you win a road game when you lose the turnover battle 2-0? Because my defense had been forcing turnovers, it didn't force a turnover. So it was 2-0 in favor of Minnesota, the home team, on turnovers. How often do you think that happens? I don't have the stat in front of me, but not very often.
No.
And again, Zeke had 16 rushes for 50 yards. And before that last catch, he had caught 3 balls for 8 yards until that final 15-yarder. So who saw that coming? Well, here's how they flipped the script. The Cowboys go 7 of 14 on 3rd down, and the defense holds Kirk Cousins to 1 of 13. That's extraordinarily great.
If you show me a team that completes 50%, that's 50% conversion on 3rd down, I'll show you a team with a winning record.
Okay. And my passing yardage was 341 to Kirk Cousins 177. Well, that'll flip the script.
Yep.
And that included a big throw from Cedric Wilson to CeeDee Lamb.
Right.
And by the way, CeeDee had that huge drop, and I thought that was a killer. I thought that might be the killer of the night, and they kept canceling it out. So all of a sudden, I'm looking at Minnesota's top 4 tacklers last night were all the secondary guys because they were coming up and they were just playing the run like crazy. They were the ones who were shutting down the run.
Right.
So we could not run like we usually run over people.